The USDA just dealt a billion-dollar blow to local food programs. They slashed funding for initiatives that helped schools and food banks buy food from local sources. This means less fresh, healthy food for kids and families who rely on these programs. Two major programs are on the chopping block. The Local Food for Schools program, which helped schools buy directly from local farmers and ranchers, lost a whopping $660 million. The Local Food Purchase Assistance Cooperative Agreement program, which did the same for food banks, is effectively gone. No new funding there. This is a big deal. These programs were a lifeline for struggling communities and a boon for local farmers. They helped keep food on the table during the pandemic and boosted local economies. Now those gains are at risk. The USDA claims these cuts are part of a broader effort to reduce federal spending. But let's be real, this isn't just about saving money, it's about priorities. And right now it seems like fresh, healthy food for kids and supporting American farmers aren't high on the list. Remember the COVID-19 pandemic? Empty grocery store shelves, supply chain disruptions, and a whole lot of uncertainty. In the face of that chaos, the Local Food for Schools and LFPA programs emerged as a beacon of hope. These programs were designed to strengthen our food system and make sure communities had access to fresh, nutritious food, even in a crisis. And they worked. By connecting schools and food banks directly with local farmers, these programs helped keep food on plates and money in the pockets of farmers who were struggling to stay afloat. The programs were a lifeline, providing a much-needed safety net during an unprecedented time. They showed us the power of investing in local food systems and the importance of supporting our farmers. But like so many good things, it seems their time was short-lived. Now, with the stroke of a pen, these vital programs are being stripped of their funding. The very programs that helped us weather the storm are being tossed aside, leaving communities and farmers vulnerable once again. It's a classic case of short-sighted policymaking, and it's a real kick in the teeth to those who benefited most from these programs. The impact of these cuts will be felt far and wide, from classrooms to kitchen tables across the country. In Iowa, $11.3 million in funding is gone, leaving schools scrambling to find ways to keep their lunch programs afloat. That means fewer fresh fruits, vegetables, and dairy products for Iowa's kids. Mississippi, a state grappling with high rates of food insecurity, is also feeling the pain. The LFPA program provided over $6.8 million to support food banks and local farmers there. That's $6.8 million that won't be going towards putting fresh produce on the tables of families in need. And it's not just about the immediate loss of funding. These cuts send a dangerous message that feeding our children and supporting our farmers aren't priorities. They undermine the progress we've made in building more resilient and equitable food systems. Hunger doesn't take a break just because the government decides to cut a few programs. In fact, these cuts are likely to exacerbate food insecurity, particularly among children who rely on school meals for a significant portion of their daily nutrition. The USDA's decision to gut these vital programs has sparked outrage and concern from educators, food security advocates, and anyone who understands the importance of a healthy and just food system. The School Nutrition Association, which represents school nutrition professionals across the country, has voiced its deep disappointment with the cuts, warning of the detrimental impact on student health and well-being. Advocacy groups are sounding the alarm, urging the USDA to reconsider these short-sighted cuts and prioritize the needs of our most vulnerable citizens. They're calling for increased funding for local food programs, arguing that investing in these programs is an investment in the health and well-being of our children and communities. This isn't just about budget cuts, it's about priorities. It's about whether we value the health and well-being of our children. It's about whether we support American farmers and local economies. It's about whether we believe that everyone deserves access to fresh, healthy, and affordable food. The fight for food justice continues, and it's a fight we can't afford to lose. From classrooms to Congress, people are raising their voices, demanding that our elected officials prioritize food security, support local food systems, and ensure that every child has access to the nutrition they need to thrive.